what was happening in Venezuela. Then we jumped to the conversation about what was going down in Greenland. All I'm saying is if Venezuela is back on the table, baby, Greenland back on the table. They're talking about, if that article is to believe, they're talking about taking oil. And then there's another article talking about uranium, a mineral. All I'm saying is then Greenland is back on the table. So we need to be tracking and mapping patterns because I'm pretty sure we're going to see it come back up. We're going to see it come back up. Why? Because they have a lot of very specific minerals that are housed there that are relevant to what a lot of technology that we use, a lot of electronics that we use, right? Electronic cars like lithium, your batteries for your devices, technology that we use, your phone, your tablets, your computers, all of that stuff, right? They recently said that Venezuela also has gold, right? So they got oil and gold. Greenland got the minerals down, right? Just we gonna index this. We gonna come back to this conversation because what, baby, what? There's too much going on. It's far too much going on. Mm-mm. I literally had to stop in my tracks. Like y'all literally got me by the edges. This is too much. Not just got off alive. This is too much. But look, I'm giving this to you early. So index this. I'll be back.
But thank you very much for doing what you did. They are decimated right now. They're going to give up nuclear weapons. They're going to give us the nuclear dust. They're going to do everything that we want to do. And you know what? They're going to go on and maybe have a great country again. But if they don't do that, they're not going to have a country. They're not even going to have a country. So.
I think it would be very unwise.
United States Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Monday said Europe should not retaliate against any measures the U.S. takes in their dispute over Greenland, as President Donald Trump's intensified push to take control of the island threatens to reignite a trade war with Europe. Speaking on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos, Switzerland, Bessent urged Europe not to doubt Trump's intentions.
And I think everyone should take the president at his word.
Trump is expected to meet global business leaders in Davos on Wednesday. His threat to implement a wave of increasing tariffs on 8 European nations until the U.S. is allowed to buy Greenland has rattled European industry and sent shockwaves through financial markets. Investors fear a return to the volatility of 2025's trade war, which only eased when the sides reached tariff deals in the middle of the year. Norwegian and German leaders say they will try to meet with Trump this week in Davos to discuss the dispute. EU leaders will also discuss how to respond at an emergency summit in Brussels on Thursday. One option is a package of tariffs on $108 billion of U.S. imports that could automatically kick in on February 6th after a 6-month suspension. Another option is the anti-coercion instrument, which has never yet been used and which could limit access to public tenders, investments or banking activity, or restrict trade in services, including digital ones. The EU said it was continuing to engage at all levels with the US, but said the use of its ACI was not off the table.